to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the good, the noble, the sometimes insufferable, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yeah, not just Yukon Suckit, but Dr. Yukon Suckit, because I went to 12 years of magical school for nothing, right? Anyways, I'm broadcasting today from my secret underground headquarters that has got an address that you could probably just drive up to in your car if you knew where it was at, but it was a secret, so you're not knowing those things. And today I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over on, let's see, where did I find this one today? Aether Hub. And currently I've called it JUND Riveteers, but it was originally given a name of Ob Nixilis Infinito by MARCOSGOKU. And I thought, this is interesting. It's interesting looking. Let's take a look. Let's play it out. So yeah, it's JUND, which means that it is black, red, and green, and it is Riveters, which means that it's black, red, and green. But the reason why I decided to double it up with Riveters is mostly because I get the impression I feel this has got the whole Streets of New Capenna in it. I mean, in reality, we've got 3 cards that are Streets of New Capenna. I guess 4 if you count the land. But, that's a certain amount. It's kind of weird. We're not seeing a lot of, like New Capenna, like, strong decks that are just nothing but New Capenna. It's a lot of the old stuff, just a sprinkle of New Capenna stuff here or there. It's like New Capenna itself is not got a strength to it that allows you to build, competitive standard decks around. Well, anyways, let's take a look what's in this deck. Starting at the low end, we've got the Bloodchief's Thirst, which I believe is probably one of the best creature kills at the moment. I think the art's a little lame. I'm sorry, Jason Rainville, but it's a little lame. Like, I guess he's sucking blood out or something, but it looks like, dancing ribbons or something like that. Anyway, so you pay 1, you can kill any creature or planeswalker with a mana value 2 or less. And if you kick it, which means you pay an additional 3, you can destroy any target creature or planeswalker. We got 4 Eyetwitches in there, so you get a 1/1 for 1. He's flying, but when he dies, you learn. When you learn, you get to go pull one of these cards out of your sideboard and put it into your hand. We'll talk about them later. We got Infernal Grasp. Oh, look at that. So beautiful. Infernal Grasp. Destroy target creature. You lose 2 life. Only costs you 2. I'm down with that. Target creature. Snap. We got the Tenacious Underdog. This guy is everywhere in black decks right now. Everywhere. I mean, he just eats a 3/2 for 2, which is great. And he doesn't really have any downside to him at all. The only thing is that, you can play him from your graveyard with his Blitz effect, and it's going to cost you 2 life to do that. And it's a 4 rather than 2 when you do that. But really, as a creature, a 3/2 for 2 with no downside, I mean, this guy is incredibly good for black. I mean, you don't even see that for white generally. Let's see. We got, maybe green, maybe. So Bloodtithe Harvester. Now, this is one I really need to get the alternate art for because I really can't stand this card at all. The way it looks is just so goofy. I'm sorry, Lucas Graciano. But anyways, he's a 3/2 for 2, so great. And then when Bloodtithe Harvester enters the battlefield, you get a blood token. Okay, so you get an artifact, and you can discard a card to sacrifice this card to draw a card, and you also have to pay a mana. But it says you can sacrifice that guy. Target creature gets -X, whereas X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. So far we have like 1 blood token. Plus if we play 2 or 3 of these, we'll get 2 or 3 more. But he can take out some low-end guys. So I like this guy. I just wish there was some way that we could double up on those tokens. Does this do it? Target token you control. Yeah, so I guess Esika's Chariot would do it. We got the Meathook Massacre, one of the best ones from the Werewolf set. You got, basically, it can be a board wipe. You got to pay for it, though. It's 2 plus whatever you're going to wipe out of it, as far as the amount of toughness they got. Or you can just make them incredibly wussy that turn, including your own dudes, though. But then afterwards, you got whenever a creature you control dies, you control 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain a life. So your opponent loses a life whenever one of your dudes dies. So it is a great card just for its enchantment. So 2 mana, put it out, you'll be good to go. We got Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, which is a 2/2 red goblin shaman that whenever it attacks, you get yourself a treasure token. The next turn, you can discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. And the third one, you get Kikijiki, or at least a reflection of him, that allows you to create a token of a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste, and you have to sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So you're looking for something with like comes into battlefield, some enters battlefield effect. Otherwise, what are you really duplicating there? Possibly Esika's Chariot or something like that. We got Ob Nixilis, the adversary, and he is a planeswalker, and it says he has casualty. Casualty says that as you cast a spell, you may sacrifice a creature with the power of X. X, as in Generation X. When you do, copy this spell. Suck it. So that way you can make yourself 2 Ob Nixilises. And the second one comes in with however much loyalty of the dude you sacrifice his power. And it says each opponent loses 2 life unless you discard a card. Unless they discard a card, and if you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. So, but then it's like, well, where am I going to get the devil from? Well, it turns out for -2, you can create a 1/1 red devil token creature, and it says when this creature dies, it deals 1 point of damage to any creature. Love devils. Love devils. And it's kind of nice that they're putting them in clothes now too, even though they're kind of like doll clothes or school clothes. Hard to say. We got, and for -7, target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. I don't think the Ob Nixilis is all that super great, but it's something. Yep. Does this create a token, by the way? You just create a copy. So that's not a token. All right, here's Esika's Chariot, which I assumed would have been banned by now, but it's really chilled out a bunch in the recent weeks. It's a 4/4 for 4, and as it enters the battlefield, you create a couple of green cat tokens, which would equal the crew cost. That's like the whole ability of it, is just to give themselves the ability to crew something, to crew the thing you just put out. Anyway, so that when this attacks, you create a token that's a copy of a target token you control. So normally you're going to pay this to make another cat, you keep that cat army going or whatever, but you could use it to make copies of the blood tokens, which allows you to then sacrifice these Bloodtithe Harvesters for even greater amounts to take out somebody else. Seems like a long way of going around that, but it's possible. Did I just skip over to Riveteers Charm? Apparently I did. Riveteers Charm. So for 3, it's an instant. So this is your big trick. There's only 2 of them in here though. Choose one of the following. Target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker they control with the highest mana value amongst creatures or planeswalkers. Okay, great. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the next turn, you play those cards. You still have to pay a mana for it, though. Exile target player's graveyard. Suck it, other person's graveyard. That's not bad. Really, that first one is what sacrifice, or getting what the name of that card is. It just makes them get rid of their highest mana creature, aka or planeswalker. But this one has a lot of options there. Okay, the last spell you got is Invoke Despair, which has really been the heavy in a lot of decks recently. Usually they're trying to find of digging it back up from the graveyard, or they're gonna cast it multiple times. We're not doing anything like that with this deck, but in fact, that's exactly what I was looking for when I ran across this one. I was looking for something that would either duplicate it or bring it back from the graveyard. But this deck looked interesting, so that's what we're playing. Anyways, Invoke Despair costs you 5 mana, and then target opponent sacrifices a creature and an enchantment and a planeswalker. And for each one of those that they cannot do, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. So it's a great way to draw cards as well as to kill them by losing their life. And then it also wipes out their resources as well if they have them. So the Invoke Despair has been an incredible card since it came out in Kamigawa. In lands, we've got 2 Eye Tyrants, and that looks like it as far as man lands are concerned. We got the Kamigawa land that allows you to mill and then bring back to your hand a creature or a planeswalker. We got a bunch of duels. We got a tri-land and a few singles there, a few regular fast lands. Over the sideboard, we got Environmental Sciences that lets you go look for a land out of your graveyard and put it into the battlefield and put it in your hand, and then you can cast it from there. and you get to gain 2 life. So there you go. This is that. Necrotic Fumes is where you sacrifice a creature, and then you can exile target creature or planeswalker. Containment Breach is destroy target artifact or enchantment, and if its mana value is 2 or less, you create a 1/1 black and green pest token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, which is kind of the opposite of the Devils, right? Because the Devils do point damage when they die, but the pests, when they die, you gain a life. We got a couple of Mascot Exhibitions, which cost 7, but you get 3 creatures out of it, and their powers are 2, 3, and 4. And one's got, one has flying, and I guess that's it. One's a 3/2, and then there's a 4/4. All right, so that is Mascot Exhibition. We're going to Confront the Past, which is return target planeswalker card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That would be Ob Nixilis, or we can use it to remove twice X counted from target planeswalker. So, we'll see what happens. I've never been a big fan of this card. I always thought that there was other things that do better than this. It's really kind of focused in on messing around with planeswalkers, but whatever, we got to try things out sometime, right? All right, so this is JUND Riveteers. I think of this deck, it looks like it's mostly like a JUND control deck, but we'll find out if that's really the case when we play it. So let's pull it on our big boy pants and go to town. Subscribe. And we're playing against Mell. Greetings, Mell. And we've got 2 mana there, which will get us into Eyetwitch and Bloodchief's Thirst, so let's keep it. 3rd mana will get us a little Ob Nixilis. See, if I put this guy out now, I'll be able to play. Let's just go slow. We're full. We're totally fine. We can wait a turn. No big deal. I'm going to touch his Precious there. I got an Eyetwitch. I don't really care about shooting you right at the moment. I'm going to touch it. Alright, so if I put out a green here, we'll be able to play. It doesn't really matter. Let's continue with the black then. Alright, so I got enough to kill everything in play and set down some stuff. Let's go in for an attack. They'll probably choke it back. I don't think they're going to block. And here we go! Whoa. Let's go get ourselves some environmental sciences. We've got to ramp up into Invoke Despair region there. I mean, one more we could put out Esika's Chariot, but I really like that 5. Well, looky there. Oh, do I care about that little boy right there, or do I care more about the reflection? Let's kill the little boy. Reason why is because I expect Invoke Despair is going to end up taking out Kiki Jiki. That guy's a card drawer. Yep, I can just go to town on them, take out everything they got. Because that shield does not protect them from sacrificing. Rabble rousing. What are the neighbors gonna think? Let's see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's a. If I do this, I can still play it. All right, we're good to go. I'm gonna play green just to sort of even things out. Am I gonna gain anything by putting out Ob Nixilis at this point? I don't think so. Let's just go ahead and go to town. With those two. Let the kitty cats stay home. Send in the boys. Get ourselves another cat. Okay, let's Ob Nixilis at this point. We'll double it up by getting rid of one of the cats. Alright, so you are going to become a devil lover. And you are going to do something else. And we win! I think he freaked out by seeing too wide of a board. Victory! Subscribe. And we're playing against Springstead. Springstead. We got 2 mana. Can't play anything here. A little concerned. Let's just keep it. Hopefully we'll get somewhere. That is a block card. I haven't seen that in a while. Landfall. Okay, I'm gonna green up just for Esika's Chariot in the future. We put out a little Tenacious Underdogging. I'll need 4 to be able to play him from the graveyard. I need a red to be able to start playing Ob Nixilis or the Bloodtithe Harvester. 1 more would be able to take out the Hellhound, though. And here we go. Do I need? I could put out as the red. I needed that double black. That's what I needed. I should have. Let's cancel this out. Let's go in for the attack. Pow, pow, pow! Let's create a devil token. Let's create another devil token. Oh, phooey. Alright, let's see if we can wipe some people out here. Or I could do 2 points of damage. And the extra one, yep, 8 ball to the corner pocket. Here we go. 1, 2. Yoink. I should have done the double draw card while we got it, but I didn't think about that. That was a misplay on my part. I could have gained 4 life out of this shot, but nope. I was too excited by the fact that I'd figured out how to kill the mammoth there. I'm feeling it. Alright, let's just go ahead and pump. You can discard a card. Nixilis is good. I'm sorry. I love discard guys. Because I like mono black discard, but he's a great discard guy. There we go. Let's see, what can this thing do here exactly? -1 until the turn, whereas twice the number. Yeah, let's just do it. Yoink. Discard. Suck it, Springstead. Suck it. Alright, we're playing against Jackal. Two mana. This team does not like passing out the mana. I won't be able to play the Bloodtithe Harvester. I'll only be able to play Infernal Grasp. I guess I could play Meathooks. Just to not really any super effect there. Opponent goes first. Someone tells me with 2 victories on our belt and 1 more to go, this is not going to be our game. We will find out. And while we're waiting, we'll view the battlefield and poke his dude right in the buzzing face. Buzzer. Keep. Alright, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a black action here. So I kind of need the double black to Meathook Massacre. It could be a green. What am I discarding here? What am I discarding? Bloodtithe Harvester. That's my only. I got Tenacious Underdog. All right, we're gonna black it up. That's my only path forward I see here. Let's go ahead and lose a couple life. I'm not particularly worried about the Elder Fang. I would really like to get a man on my next turn. No. I'll take it. That's fine. There we go. We got some mana. And it can be green. Let's do it. What can this do? Creature. Alright, so my plan is Infernal Grasp, the devil. It'll probably do 1 point of damage, and then I'll be able to go in for the attack. Who are we getting rid of? We're going to get rid of Esika's Chariot. I know everybody's saying, no, you stupid idiot, don't get rid of Esika's Chariot. I'm not a huge fan of Esika's Chariot. No, I'll decline it. I like the cards I got. Well, I'm willing to lose life, aren't I? Decline. What can we do here? It's not going to go over too well for us. Next, I'll attack. Let's take out that guy. Now, let's take out this guy. I'll attack next. Just give him some action here. Two cards I got to get rid of here. What am I getting rid of then? When I can't play, and a Meathook. Nice. That's not bad for a discard deck. I appreciate what he's got going on there. Nope. I'll decline. Pass. Alright, mana me up, my friend, mana. There we go. It's a slow mana, unfortunately. Oh, two more am I going to lose here, huh? Eh, whatever. Alright, we're 9 to 29. Yeah, this isn't looking too hot for us. I'll decline. He's not really putting on anything worth killing, though. That's the other big problem here. Okay. Whatevs. There we go. Let's... if I do this, I can't do anything great here. We're done. If I use my card, I die. He didn't go for it. That was kind of weird. Can't play that. All right, let's just end it. There we go. Suck it. That was a landslide. We didn't get any traction whatsoever. So this is JUND Riveteers, aka the JUND control deck, and I thought it did pretty well. I gotta say I liked it. You know what's interesting is that when I played with Ob Nixilis, I didn't think it was all that great, but when you're playing against it, I really recognize today that whole decision of whether or not you're willing to sacrifice life or discard a card. That's where the money is when it comes to Ob Nixilis. If you are a discard lover like I am, Ob Nixilis is a great card. I mean, I don't even care about the other part. But the thing is, I love the devils too, man. So just think about Ob Nixilis and like a burn down the house card together. Oh, that sounds so good, so good. We didn't really see Riveteers Charm do anything. Esika's Chariot tried to do it. Esika's Chariot tried to do it. Invoke Despair was fantastic when we had it. Meathook Massacre kind of cleared the board. We were just playing against some low-end stuff. Bloodtithe Harvester helped me win some stuff. Tenacious Underdog coming back from the graveyard. I never quite got it to the mana. How much mana are we really talking about in this thing? What are we dealing with here? 24. Yeah, I don't know why we were getting so screwed on mana. Yeah, I mean, I guess that it was just a little slow coming out, and even then we get the slow mana that we had to wait a turn to be able to use, and so that kind of put us behind the ball a couple times. At the low end, we had the Eyetwitch, who did Eyetwitchy things. That was always nice, but he's kind of really boring at this point, because it seems like he's been around forever. Like at Strixhaven. So, what can I say about this deck? I mean, you look at it, and you can see Invoke Despair, you go, yeah, that's great. You see the Ob Nixilis, and you think, he's been making some rounds. He's not bad. Tenacious Underdog is in pretty much all the black decks now. You know, of course, you're going to have Meathook Massacre. If you want to have some lessons and you're playing black, Eyetwitch is a fantastic place for that. All the cards in here, they kind of fit together, as in like they are good cards and they are taking up their particular slot. I'm not really sure why Kiki Jiki's in here. Like, who are you really going to copy? There's no great enter the battlefield effects you're really making use of here. It's like someone just decided, well, I had red, I should just put Kiki Jiki in there. Maybe because that way I can get a little card draw and a little treasure action or something. I would think that I would drop the green from this, focus more on the Rakdos aspect of it, and do like an Ob Nixilis, Invoke Despair, burning down the house as my big three kind of situation. Focus a lot on discard before that, and then just really kind of make use of man lands and those devil tokens to really deliver my love to the other side. Let's say it that way. So I'm going to give this deck. I thought it did fairly well. I just don't feel like it has a big theme, and I'm not exactly sure how competitive it is, but I'm going to give it an A-. I think it's got some place in your heart. If you're a big fan, like if we take a look at this deck, it's got a lot of black, it's got a tiny amount of green, and it's got just a peppering of red, a little bit more red than green. But it just seems like a black deck where someone just wanted to sprinkle in a little bit of red and green because you could. So it doesn't really talk JUND. It's not like big, heavy, angry creatures with death touch and stuff like that you would think of. With some direct damage thing going on. It's just pulling some other stuff there. So anyways, that's JUND Riveteers, and if you end up playing with this deck, I hope that you have more fun than I had, because it deserves it. So do you. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.